All right. So this is the big one. This is the big video I wanted to talk about, right? Because well, it's just an interesting point, to be honest. Now, it has come to light, and I've covered this obviously, that they have replaced Johnny Cage's cameo in Kombat Pack 1 to some just weird, stupid ass, rando character that showed up, as a hybrid of all the pieces in the game in the end of the last chapter for Mortal Kombat 1 storyline, Janet Cage. Now, we had, for a very long time, being told and sold on the idea that this product would have certain things, one of which being, and I can show you this right here, confirmed, apart from all the other characters that were showing up, the Kombat Pack. Right? This is official release, and I covered it all the way back on the 26th of July, 2023. Right? Farah, Johnny Cage, Chameleon, Movado, and Tremor. We've seen Tremor now, so that's been confirmed. Right? Everything else is true. Confirmed. So then, and the reason why I'm doing this video, because this popped up, right? So this popped up because I follow the thingy. He goes, I know the Janet Cage change is a minor one, but how can I, as a consumer, trust NRS anymore to give me accurate info about their products? What a most excellent question. They said 24 characters. It's actually 23. Their website said new characters. There were no new characters. They said Johnny cameo. We got Janet cameo. Don't misunderstand me. I'm happy about Janet more than Johnny. I'm not. This muscular bitch who asked for this crap. But I simply cannot trust a single word NRS Warner Brothers says anymore, since they keep changing their minds a lot. And the worst part is that this was all known for people to pre-order. Every single Kombat cast. What were you guys doing sitting on your damn couch? Don't forget to pre-order. Get Shang Tsung. Don't forget to pre-order so you can get early access. And don't forget to pre-order so you can get early access to the Kombat Pack stuff. Right? And the reason why, like, I pointed this out because this lady here replies, I'm assuming it's a lady called Karma. She goes, some people are downplaying this heavily. It's legitimately a crime. They had people spend real doubloons on something and we didn't get what we had expected. Pre-orders were available a day after the reveal trailer, guys. Remember that. That is 100% true. People dragging thinning must be made of money or something. You can still enjoy the game while acknowledging how shady this entire thing has been. Between falsely advertising aspects of the game to selling a broken, unfinished product, it isn't at all okay for a AAA company. Should NetherRealm and Warner Brothers be investigated for not only false advertising, right, but also for releasing a product, especially on the PC and the Nintendo Switch, that they blatantly refused beta access to. We all paid the same price as the console people, yet somehow we weren't allowed to have access to the content. And people go, oh, that's because people data mine and release all the info. Nah, bro. All of the stuff that has been leaked well in advance before anyone got anything. So don't even start up with that crap here. right? I don't care if the PC port is handled by QLock, NRS, it's their baby, it's their game. They have hired QLock to do the conversion, and they have absolutely stuffed it up. There are people who are having constant crashes with this game. And when the game crashes, in your local folder under app data, it is literally saving, every time there is a crash, it's saving a gigabyte of space. Why does a crash require a gigabyte of space? It's information. So your C drive starts filling up without you realizing it. You're going, what the hell's going on with my space? I always know my space on all my hard drives, right? And I started noticing some changes. I did a folder size check with a program I got, and it turned out that yes, Mortal Kombat 1, every time it crashes, is dumping a gigabyte plus every time. So if it crashes 10 times in a day, that's 10 gigabyte. Now, if you don't know this, over time it starts to build up and you're wondering why you're starting to run out of space. There are input issues. I can literally, without even pressing a direction, because I main as Reiko in Combat League, I can do like a kick, and I'll press the kick button again, but I haven't done the movement. And then he'll do his slide, you know, command grab, or not command grab as such, but like the slide move where he grabs you, right? And then picks you up and dumps you and then punches you in the face. There have been so many times, and it's not just him, so many times that you'll press a button and then you'll press the button again or another button and it does the special move. It's really weird. There are so many people that are having massive desync issues. I haven't come across it myself, but there are so many people having massive desync issues connecting to people online. And I come back to this by the Thinny. They literally told us and sold us before the game came out what we were getting, right? We bought the product based on what you gave us. This is a list of things that you get. And you buy this product and what you've got. Myself and other people have bought the premium editions and that sort of stuff, so we don't have to worry about buying the combat pack down the line at a higher rate. It doesn't matter whether they change the cameo character or not. Cameo characters are crap anyway. The whole system is broken, and I've gone into that in length and in depth on this channel. It is an absolute poo show. I cannot believe that this game exists in the capacity that it does. It is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous, right? But the fact is that they sold us a product. They sold us a product, and we can't do anything about it. Well, that's not to say we can't do anything about it. What I'm saying is that they've got our money. Should NetherRealm and Warner Brothers be investigated for falsely advertising a product? Should NetherRealm and Warner Brothers be investigated for selling a product that is so substandard and so subpar, with features and constant issues across the board with this game? The only reason why they fixed the Player One Advantage is because bigger YouTubers made a stink about it. If that didn't happen, it'd still be there. It was there for weeks before it was addressed. Think about that, right? They were running real world tournaments and everything. Did anyone do any beta testing of this game outside of the people that paid on console to get early access for a few days? Did anyone do any testing on this product whatsoever? We are missing catastrophic amount of features in this game. It is almost like there is another 25% sitting on someone's desk somewhere that they just haven't released yet. But the sure as shit we're making sure every combat cast, don't forget to pre-order. Don't forget to spend your money. So we did, didn't we? I got 4 copies. 1 was a giveaway, 3 for family. Including myself, right? So what if somebody was waiting, you know, that was into the cameo system, looking forward to Johnny Cage, and then they just get swapped out. It means that what you've done is you've sold a product to someone and then changed it without their consent. You have systematically gone in and gone, you know what? We're not giving you what we advertise. We have taken your money, but we're not going to give you the product that we told you that we sold you. I know there'll be some NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat defenders out there saying it's ridiculous. There's already comments and stuff like that. But then he points it out, and it is very true. They said 24 characters is only 23. Now, what's interesting, I was going to do a separate video about this, but I'll mention it in this one. If you go to the Steam page for, actually, I'll you know what? I'll show you in this one. Right? This is the Steam page for Mortal Kombat 1. It says there are 7 DLCs available for this game. However, there are only 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is no 7 when you click on Browse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the 7th DLC? What is being hidden from us? Now, I'm perfectly fine and down with the fact if there is some super secret character in there that nobody has discovered yet. But the fact is too that the combat pack that we're being sold has 2 major characters in it that were integral into the Mortal Kombat story, that were cut out and are now being resold back to us again. With Ermac and Quan Chi. Right? I agree with this sentiment 100%. It doesn't matter how much I am a fan of something, how much I might love a company or its games. At the end of the day, I'm a customer. And we have seen countless situations where companies, developers have said, we don't give a shit about our customers. And then the customer says, fine, you don't get anything else out of us. And sometimes it's been even worse than that. Right? I really hope that the 24th character is not actually Janet Cage as a main character too. I think that would be horrific. You know why I think they changed it? I'm going to show you something. I've had this thumbnail done for a while. And I was going to do a video on it anyway. I may not now. I might just sort of include it all into one. I don't know. I've had this thumbnail made for a very long time. Right? Cameos are described as nostalgic, so it's safe to assume cameo Johnny Cage will have his green energy moves, maybe with red energy for the kick or if you amplify. Now, I made that thumbnail. Let me just check the date of when I created it. I did that all the way back in August, right? August 20th of this year, okay? Because I was starting to think more and more about the cameos, and I made it because this is when we also found out that Johnny Cage was going to be a cameo as well. And how, as I stated here, a bad idea that you give the moves that characters that the main character should have, at the very least, a fireball, and you take it away. Right? You take it away. Right? They said, did they ever announce Johnny as a cameo? I think the DLC cameo roster might have just come from leaks. I don't remember them ever saying who they were until now. The Thinny has responded. They did. Here's 4 different cases of that. Steam, PlayStation Store, Switch? Maybe? Or Xbox? Oh no, there's Nintendo. That must be Microsoft. Yeah. My bad. So I do like V-Slayer. I know she's probably a big fan of Janet Cage. But she says, no, nothing against her. I like her. Like, she's fine. She goes, and people wanting to know exactly what they get for their money when they buy a product is apparently being entitled. Yeah. Yeah, we are entitled. We're entitled to the product we paid for, you effing clowns. What the hell is the matter with you people? Right? Oh, God, I can't stand that Janet Cage. Oh, man, she just looks like a... I reckon it's a dude. I reckon it's a dude. That's what they're going to do. They're going to come out and say Janet Cage is actually a male. You know, male to female. You know, transaxle. And then, you know... There are some people here, right, who are just absolute dick riders of NetherRealm. I am ashamed. I cannot believe the community that has become the Mortal Kombat fan base, right? And then this dude's like, because they go, oh, if you get this, it's premium only, right? So if you get the premium edition, you get it. And you know what? Then what do? They stick it in the shop. They just stick it in the shop. It is like... it's sad because I love Mortal Kombat, right? I know I complain and bitch a lot about it, but I am a generally happy person, except for lately. And you know, with a lot of things are going on in the world, and you just want to have things that you love. You know, there are some things, some as it was said in the, what was it? The Batman vs Superman, some diamond absolutes. Just things that are just your happy place. You know what I mean? I got some games like that. Mortal Kombat used to be one of them. And I was so looking forward to this. I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. I'm going to go open mind. Talk to people and play it. They said, yeah, it's good. Okay, cool. All right. Let's have some fun. Nah. Once the sheen wears off, once the honeymoon period has worn off, it didn't for me though, because I always had it in the back of my head, well, this is who they are now. It's a shockingly unfinished game, and after this experience, I am doubtful I'll buy another MK game in the future. Yeah, that's right. This is why they put guest characters in fighting in Mortal Kombat games. Right? Street Fighter sold without needing guest characters. Tekken will sell abundantly without needing guest characters. You want to know why? Most fighting games sell without needing guest characters, but this is stupid Warner Brothers mentality. This is what they do. They think that they're trying to get the normies in there so they can move product. Now, I understand the marketing of it, but it fails because all you do is piss off the core demographic. This is what you're doing with, oh, we can't have sexy women in our game because it's unrealistic for them to show up in a bikini. Every bitch in this game is wearing high heels. This is not a Marvel superhero movie where they can fight in flip-flops and heels, you know, because they're super talented and they've been practicing for 3 years on how to defeat people wearing thongs, you know. You guys are out of your mind. What the hell happened to you as a company? You know, you got Street Fighter, you got Tekken, you know, even when they make new characters, even the big muscly bitches over on Street Fighter look more feminine than what they have in Mortal Kombat. Some of these characters in MK1 look like I could find them in Thailand and not of the female variety. You get what I'm saying? You want to know why? Because NetherRealm is infected with ESG. It is infected with, oh, we've got to do diversity. We've got to do this. We've got to tick that box. We've got to do this. We've got to do that. Look at the Kombat cast. Jesus Christ, if I watch any more of it, sorry Lord, if I watch any more of it, I will be infected with soy. It is just so low level, so uninteresting, so boring. They look bored. No one's excited. It's all crap. This is literally just, they've literally just put this product on a trolley and just pushed it out the door. And they're like, yeah, whatever. All the cords are flying off and bits and pieces are cracking off everywhere. They don't give a crap. Ed Boon doesn't care about Mortal Kombat anymore. There was an interview not too long ago where basically he's stating that, you know what, I'd love to do something new. You know what? Here's a suggestion, Ed. Give it to John Tobias and let's unfuck the franchise that I fell in love with over 30 years ago. How about that? Right? Whatever you're making now is disgusting. It is a piece of shit compared to what Mortal Kombat used to be. The fact that people can sit there and actually claim this is a great Mortal Kombat game, well, let's make Asylums great again is all I'm going to say. I have been playing Mortal Kombat since the very beginning, right? You were supposed to want to keep those fans around, not change it and appease a tiny minority of people and then a further tiny minority of people with the esports crowd because you want to look good in social media. Nobody gives a crap about how people look online unless you're so insecure with yourself. Oh no, we might upset the 3 blue-haired people on X, you know, if we have sexy women. Yeah, I see all the gay men on Twitter and all the women thirsting over all the dudes in Mortal Kombat 1. Some of them even openly wishing to sexually assault these people if they were real. And as soon as a dude comes out and says, you know what, I want attractive women in this game, or you're a Kuma, or you're just addicted to porn, get fucked. This is what you have fostered, Ed Boon and NetherRealm and Warner Brothers. This is exactly what you have done. And then you sell a product that had a known defect that people were running tournaments with and getting online with and losing because of a coded error, because you didn't do your due diligence to make sure this product was worthy of pushing out the door. This game has less features than the Sega Master System version of Mortal Kombat 1 from 30 years ago. How is that even possible? I'll tell you how it's possible, because this is what you call a corporate shareholders game, right? This is so that they go, oh yeah, no, we've done this, we've given you all your tax breaks, we've ticked all the diversity boxes, so you get your tax breaks. This is exactly what happens. This is why Japan is kicking our ass when it comes to fighting games. When Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising comes out next month, dude, I am just going to unzip my fly and I'm just going in hard. That's going to be so good. And when Tekken 8 comes out, hopefully I'm not too tired by then from all the rawness, I'll be going over to Tekken 8. Like, the Japanese are just killing it. The only other Western developer I can think of, and I think they're Western developer, is Project L. The people are doing Project L. You know, Riot? League of Legends fighting game. The 2-on-2 fighting game. Maybe NetherRealm should ask them how to do a proper tag game, since they somehow forgot, since 2011, how to make an actual good product. My God, like... And then I read this from the Thinny, and you know what? You know what? He's right. He's absolutely right. He's 100% right. It doesn't matter if it's a little change. It doesn't matter if it's a lot. If people bought that on the premise that what was written is what we get, and he just showed proof of that, then yeah, they should be investigated and they should be looked into. Because this is what happens when you lie and you steal and you sell false products to people. Not to mention the fact that the only patches that we've been getting on the PC version is to patch out the player one advantage. We're not getting stability patches. We're not getting frame rate patches. We're not getting a 60 frames patch for everything else that isn't inside the actual gameplay mode like we had in MK11. And I think everyone always wants to be generous and just blame Warner Brothers. Yes, this is the issue I have. I do not give a shit anymore. Ed Boon is the creative director of Mortal Kombat. He is the face of Mortal Kombat. And all he does is tweet out gigantic combos from the esports people or the fucking shills that they cover for. Because he got the money. They don't care. You know what? No wonder John Tobias left. Because I really have to wonder if this is what was happening. Because it's funny, isn't it? As soon as John Tobias leaves, what do we get? We get the 3D era Mortal Kombat. What was it? Emulating Tekken. Mortal Kombat went from having its own identity right up until Mortal Kombat Gold. John Tobias leaves, and what do we get? Tekken clone with blood. Useless fatalities, no uppercut, no sweep, just combos, combos, combos. And it was only until there was major backlash that we got Deception and then Armageddon. Because people were like, what the hell is this crap? This isn't Mortal Kombat. This is Mortal Tekken. We didn't ask for this shit. Right? We want a Mortal Kombat game. This is where the Japanese kick our ass, man. The Japanese know how to please the customer. They know not to mess with too much. And if they do mess with it, they calculate whether or not it's, you know, what can be done in the opposite way. If we put in some stuff, you know, to make our game overly aggressive, to get people more in the fight, what tools do we have to get around that? They did that with the drive gauge with Street Fighter 6. It's amazing, right? I lost tonight in playing Tekken 7. Not because of lag, not because it was a broken engine, not because the game itself is totally unfair. No, I lost because the person was better than me. And I love that. Because that's exactly what I want. I'm not trying to win every time. I just want it to be fair. And I'm just going to finalize with something else. Right? Actually, you know what? I might do a separate video on it because, you know, yeah, no, I am going to do a separate video on it. Because it is really important. But I'm just going to give you a preview because I know this is a long video. I think Mortal Kombat is the only game where they have actually put stuff that you can't get anywhere else in the game into an online mode. Stuff that they know people want. And I think that's why the game is so anorexic. Because they were hoping that everyone would just jump into Combat League and try and get the stuff in there. But because the engine's so dog shit, the only way that people are able to win in that game is by copying all the other combat clowns that put out videos showcasing 50 to 60% damage combos and just copying them over and over and over and over again. I said this before. A couple of times, like lately, I've been turning my microphone on, right? When I'm in the middle of a fight. Like when they're doing their little combo, I'll quickly turn it on. Because I'm starting to notice the people that I have no shadow of a doubt are cheating. They have recorded a macro, which is basically them recording button presses for player one side, and then attaching that recording to a particular button press on a keyboard, and then going to the other side, say in training mode, recording those button inputs, putting it on player two side. So depending on which side they're on, they can just press either button, say 0 or 1 on the numpad, or whatever buttons they choose, or keyboard buttons they choose, and execute the combo perfectly. I turned my microphone on a couple of times. I said, cut your shit out, man. I know you're cheating. Right? It must be nice hitting that one button. They immediately stopped and didn't do it again. Right? You don't think they can't do this stuff on console? Oh boy. You don't think they make controllers where you can't record stuff? Well, they used to. I'm pretty sure they can. But they can easily do it anyway. Right? I never come across this in Tekken. I never come across this in Street Fighter. I don't come across this in Guilty Gear, or Blaze Blue, or Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, or DNF Duel, or any other fighting game that I've played. Persona 4 Arena Online, or whatever it's called. Persona 4 Arena, was it? Yeah, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. Yeah, I don't come across that shit. You know why? I'm coming across people that are actually skilled and beating me with skill. That's what I want. That's how I learn. You don't learn by being held up in the air for over half your health bar. And I think they've done this on purpose. I think that's why Ed Boon and no one else will actually address this issue head on and say, why did you release a system which allows people to take away over half your health in a fighting game where people are supposed to have fun? Explain to the person on the other end of that what's fun. Oh, you can do it back. What fun is that? What fun is copying the same combo that they're doing back just so you can beat them? Where's the nuance? There isn't any. Anyway, catch you next time.